inform, promote, unite. This is JCity Arrow News, your source for local news and information straight to the point. This is a production of JCity Center for Hope and Renewal, rebuilding bridges to better lives, better families, and a better community. Johnston City is our heritage and our home, and a renewed community is our hope for the future. Welcome to the JCity Arrow News video podcast. This is Keith Fletcher, Director of the JCity Center for Hope and Renewal. This is the third edition of the Arrow News. Our original plan was to release a new edition each month, but the summer has been very busy for us, as it has for many here in Johnston City. We are also releasing this video podcast after publishing the print edition. The August issue of our new hometown newspaper is on the streets now. Look for it in our local businesses. And if you can't find a copy, stop by the center at 504 East Broadway. If you're a business owner and want to be a distribution point for the Arrow News, please call us at the center, 618-952-1272, or email jcitycenter@gmail.com. In this edition of JCity Arrow News, we'll hear about our fire department delivering something more spectacular than our annual fireworks display. And, sorry kids, your summer vacation is almost over. School starts in a few days, but not before our new unit office opens to the public. And every person in Johnston City could have eaten a free meal in the park thanks to the more than 20 volunteers at Lunch Bunch. With all the rain we're having, there shouldn't be any shortage of water, but JCity is prepared in case the supply gets interrupted again. We'll share those stories and more after this brief message.
Dear moms and dads, we know it's not always been easy, and it's been a lot of hard work. What you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas. Everything I do it for you. Mom, love you all. No, it's true. Everything I do it for you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
John A. Logan College is offering free GED classes at the First United Methodist Church, 400 West Broadway. Orientation will be held August 22nd and 23rd from 12:30 to 3:30 p.m. Classes meet Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 12:30 to 3:30. Students must attend both orientation days for the entire 3 hours in order to attend classes. No exceptions. Orientation will not reoccur in Johnston City until September 26th and 27th. Johnston City is known for its spectacular fireworks display that celebrates our nation's independence. And most years, our celebration is the first one in the area, attracting thousands to the beautiful hidden gem we call Arrowhead Lake. We shot our fireworks Friday, June 30th, and what a show it was as we honored our nation's birthday. But someone else was born on that day as well. As Fire Chief Tom Burton and 3 members of his crew prepared for the fireworks spectacular at Arrowhead, 3 firefighter EMTs back at the station received an emergency medical call. At exactly 2:10 p.m., volunteer first responders Nancy Burton, Tricia Smith, and Bree Cunningham responded to the alert that a local woman was in labor and needed medical assistance. It took them only a minute to reach the family's home. When they arrived, they saw the baby was crowning. To say the situation escalated quickly is an understatement. A few minutes later, the baby was delivered. At exactly 2:15, a healthy baby boy took his first breath. Yes, believe it or not, this was only 5 minutes after the 911 call. Following the birth, the EMTs suctioned the baby's mouth and nose, placed him on his mother's stomach. When the time was right, the EMTs let the father cut the umbilical cord. Another ambulance from Williamson County arrived soon afterward and transported mother and child to Carbondale Memorial Hospital for follow-up care. Nancy and Tricia are both trained volunteer firefighters and medical first responders, while Bree is a trainee in her first probationary period. Nancy has been with the fire department 3 years. Trish has served 7 to 8 years. The chief reported to the city council meeting that he has been an EMT over 30 years and has never seen this happen. The chance to actually deliver a baby is a rare opportunity for most first responders, especially in a small town like ours. He credits God for orchestrating the events of that afternoon with precision timing. If the volunteers had not been at the station, it would have taken them additional minutes to respond to the call, and of course the baby didn't wait. Chief Burton told me God's hand was all over this. Privacy laws prevent medical personnel from revealing patients' identities, but according to the chief, he's heard both mother and baby are doing well. Johnston City's fire department has been volunteer-based for over a decade. Due to the city's financial state in 2010, our full-time fire department was eliminated, but the chief and his faithful crew have maintained an efficient and well-trained department in spite of these challenges. According to the chief, our firefighter EMTs typically complete 25 to 30 hours of training per month. At a recent city council meeting, local firefighter Michael Garland was awarded a plaque for completing BOF, or Basic Operations Firefighter Training. Chief Burton says this particular certification requires about 400 hours. Volunteers are encouraged to complete 5 to 6 certifications in their first year of service. Rookies usually take BOF and medical training during the first 3 months of service. By now, most of us have become accustomed to shopping at Dollar General on West Broadway instead of its former location at 1113 Grand Avenue. Many have probably noticed contractors working on the old building this spring and summer. Last month, Johnston City Community Unit School District Number 1 moved its unit office into the building. While Superintendent Kathy Clark and her staff were still settling in, they permitted Arrow News to stop by for a peek at the building. Decorated in school colors with the JCity logo and Indian mascot, the building has been completely renovated. In addition to well-equipped offices for the superintendent and each staff member, the building features a workroom, a file room, break room with kitchen, a large board meeting space with ample seating for the public, and an adjoining private conference room. The school board held its first meeting of the 2023 and 24 school year in the facility July 27th. A storage area in the back of the building has a garage door for easy access. This area, along with more space in the rest of the building, enables the unit office to consolidate permanent records and historical materials. Some of these very interesting items of memorabilia will soon be on display. The new unit office provides much more space than the previous office on the west side of Washington Middle School. Everyone is invited to the unit office open house, Tuesday, August 8th from 4 to 6 p.m. The superintendent assured me there would be cookies and punch, so don't miss it. The new unit office's location on Grand Avenue is across the street from Jefferson School, which itself is being renovated due to flooding damage last semester. Actually, it was a sewer backup that damaged the north wing of the school. As workmen addressed this problem, it was revealed that asbestos abatement was necessary. This school is the last one in the district to face this problem. Superintendent Kathy Clark says the contractors are working furiously to complete the repairs before the opening day of school, August 15th. By the way, the print edition of Arrow News incorrectly reported that August 16th is the first day of school, but students are expected to attend on the 15th, which will be a half day. Another correction related to the school board meets only once monthly on the third Thursday. The renovation and repairs at Jefferson School are part of a three-phase plan to provide the pre-K through second grade students a safe and up-to-date school building with ample space for education and enrichment. These improvements are affecting the school inside and out. The parking lot has been redone to provide an improved traffic flow and easier access to the building. This will provide better safety for the students and convenience to the parents and visitors. Offices and classrooms will be relocated to provide more educational space. A new library has been set up, and the old library room will become a pre-K play area. Eventually, the school board plans to build a new multi-purpose building at Jefferson to replace the half-size gym that also serves as a cafeteria. But because the block the Jefferson School sits on, like most of Johnston City, is undermined, new construction requires advanced structural engineering. Due to these anticipated expenses, as well as the emergency repairs in the past 6 months, this part of the plan has been put on hold. One bright spot, because of the flooding, insurance funds, rather than taxpayer dollars, paid for about half of the asbestos abatement and work on the north wing. Hi, I'm here with Doug Hancock, our sports editor, and he's going to give us an update on fall sports. Tell us about it, Doug.
Okay. Johnston City Schools will be back in session August 15th, and the fall sports will be gearing up. Now, tryouts have already begun at the junior high level in baseball and in softball, and of course, football practice has been going on for several weeks. We have a new sport at the junior high level, and that is cross country, and there will be students wanting to try this out, and I've met a couple of them. But in Johnston City, football is king, especially with a team last year that went all the way to the state semifinals. Mm-hmm. So every team that's on our schedule this year would love to be able to say we knocked off Johnston City, right. The best team literally in Southern Illinois last year.
Right. Well, I understand that the going back to the middle school cross country, that from what I read on the school's website, that kids can sign up for that the first day of school on that half day that they go on August 15th.
That's correct.
And also, if I remember right, didn't our middle school have a state champion in it too?
How could I have forgotten? Oh, the mothers are going to get me now. Yes, ladies softball team last year was state champions. And once again, every team on the schedule is going to want to see if they can beat the state champs.
Right. Well, going back to football, that's what's on everybody's mind. Tell us about the opening game.
Opening game is August 25th. It is a home game. It'll be against the Christopher Bearcats. Mm-hmm. And we'll expect to see a full crowd. We'll probably see full crowds at every home game because I'm finding out, Keith, that different classes are having their 50th, 55th, or 60th class reunion.
Lots of reunions coming.
Yes, on the home games. And so we'll see a lot of old familiar faces.
Right.
But it will be fun.
And I'm sure they'll have them out on the field maybe during halftime and honor those classes.
Oh,
a little recognition.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
Being I'm in one of those classes, we've been encouraged to wear our red and black.
Right. Well, congratulations. So looking at the schedule, looks like we have 5 home games.
5 home games.
And 4 away games. Is that correct?
That is correct. Right? That is correct. I do know that every game is a conference game.
Okay.
So every game counts. There's not a this is a out of conference. No, not in the Black Diamond.
Very good. Well, we're looking forward to an exciting football season, and even at the middle school level, they'll be playing out on the diamond and playing baseball and softball.
Yes, they will
this fall. So we got a lot of games to go to.
Right.
See our kids in Johnston City.
Absolutely, we encourage all fans to come out and support these kids. It means a lot to them to hear the cheers up in the stands.
That's right. Well, thank you, Doug. Johnston City's population, according to the 2020 census, is 3,348. Between May 22nd and July 28th, JC Kids Lunch Bunch officially served 3,386 meals. On average, the program served more than 75 meals daily, and 53 of these were children's meals. The rest were served to adults, parents, grandparents, anyone who stopped by the park or dropped into the church wanting a meal. Lunch Bunch is a summer food service program for children ages 1 to 18, sponsored by the JCity Church and partially funded by the USDA through Illinois State Board of Education. This year, local donors gave over $3,000 to cover the cost of adult meals and non-program expenses. Area food pantries and other ministries generously provided groceries, while local gardeners donated fresh produce. Personnel from JCity's Center for Hope and Renewal joined a dedicated team of more than 20 volunteers from JCity Church and other local congregations. Workers prepared lunches at the church and served them daily at Mike Dean Park by the Scout Cabin. This is the 14th year for the Summer Meals program and its second summer in the park. JCity Center continues offering meals to walk-ins 11:30 to 12:30 each day the office is open. According to social media reports, the Lights Street Kitchen, a food truck that recently parked at 1009 Grand Avenue, is planning to make that location, formerly Jeannie's Magic Touch, its permanent home. The building is being renovated, and owners say it will take about a year before the restaurant officially opens. Other new businesses coming to Johnston City include a law office and an ice cream shop in the newly renovated building that was formerly Michael's Restaurant on East Broadway. According to a report at a recent city council meeting, those businesses will open in the spring.
Hi, my name is Chelsea Bonnie. I'm a recovering addict. I am 3 years sober.
I am recovering from the disease of alcoholism. I am 6 months sober. Due to a physical ailment, I had began drinking as a way of dealing with my physical situation, which was later corrected by surgery, but even though I had the surgery, that had corrected the situation, but it didn't stop my drinking.
My son got outside and the cops were called because I was passed out on the couch, and DCFS got involved, so that's when it took me to hit rock bottom and finally say, "Wake up, Chelsea."
From my rock bottom, I went into inpatient rehab, was there for about a month. It allowed me to get sober. And then I started attending AA. It was God who saved me. And I know that in my heart. And that is why I am so wanting to be involved in a faith-based recovery program. Because without God being in the center of it, everything else will fail.
I want to help as many people as I can help because I know what it's like being lost, being, I don't know if I can say this, sexually abused, molested, just being in a dark place. And coming out of that, like I want people to know what I feel now and be able to share that with other people.
For a couple of years now, I've felt the Lord pushing me, urging me to start some sort of recovery program here at the church. We are excited to launch our first ever Celebrate Recovery meeting.
There is a path to restoration and recovery, and it can be walked because I'm walking that path. That's one of the things I'm just so excited about, is that desire to help others.
One thing that we can also be proud of, I remember when I was a kid, we always headed out east because that's where my dad's farm was. We always headed out east down 9th Street, and the old water tower stood there. And I remember one year, I was so proud they painted it red and black. Remember that?
After being green forever.
Yeah, it was green forever, and they finally painted it red and black. And that was, oh boy, we've arrived. We've got a red and black water tower. All these other communities had their name on it, water tower, but we didn't have that back then. But now, if you drive down 9th Street, that same location, we got a bright and shiny, brand new water tower.
Yes, we do.
With a beautiful JC logo on the side of it.
Yes, we do. And that's much needed.
Right.
Not so much to raise water pressure, because the water pressure in Johnston City is pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
But to be a reserve, because remember 2 years ago,
right.
There was a big main break right there at Wren Lake facility,
Right.
and everybody had to go on what they had. And
We did not have enough reserve to last more than a day or two, and
correct.
And my understanding is that was not a good thing.
No.
Obviously, we were all trying to find water to drink and to use, but this water tower will give us more reserve in case something like that should happen again, our main water supply be interrupted, so we have more storage. And on your side of town,
I just want to say what we used to call the new water tower.
It's on your side of town over on the west side, and it's a little bit off the highway, so a lot of people don't see it. But you've been by there recently, so what's it look like now?
Well, it's got a brand new paint job, Keith.
Okay.
And so it is bright and shiny white, and also it has the JC logo.
Oh, great.
So it does look good. Yeah.
So
I saw it a lot because I lived a block away from it.
Yeah, and we are seeing some of these improvements in our town. Improvements cost money.
Yes, they do.
We know, but to me it's encouraging if we can actually see our tax dollars at work. We can see a new water tower. We can see, streets being improved.
I was getting ready to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And we can, see some of these new businesses come in, and they're coming to Johnston City because we have opportunities here to invest in property that's fairly reasonable in price compared to other areas.
Yes, and with all of this, there's a sense of pride.
Right.
And you really notice that at the fireworks.
Yes, very much so.